And we live.
Well, what we got today from the chapter, what I personally got. Story stood out for me. He finished up at Expect in Abundance. He said, for example, two young mechanics from Ohio introduced us to an entirely new kingdom by building and holding an image of an airplane in flight. But if they had not expected to succeed, they would surely have quit the first time they met with defeat. Bob mentioned having a certain desire when you're going for something. Having a certain desire and then expecting it. But it's not just simply desiring something that you really want and expecting it. But if you truly expect it to happen, it would change your actions. We talked about this the last couple of days. It really changed your actions. If they really didn't expect it, they would have tried it once and they would have quit. They would have been kind of unsure about it. They would have let the naysayers and people who said it was crazy, said they couldn't do it. They would really start doubting themselves. But when you're truly in an expectant attitude, everything around you do not affect anything about your actions. No matter what anybody say, it doesn't change your actions. No matter what troubling doubts and fears and fret and worry you have, it doesn't change your action. No matter what, you wholeheartedly believe that what you expect to happen will happen. There would be nothing that would get you away from your goal. So that's what I took from it. Have a strong desire, expect that it's going to happen. If you really expect it's going to happen, your attitude will show it. Not only because your attitude will show it, but your results will show it as well.
Extra. Alright, so page 94.
That's what happened when you don't got nothing.
They say, that's right. They were talking about, changing your thinking pattern. And so what they said was, that's right, change it now. And remember that the stream of plenty always flows towards the open, expectant mind. Now, most people don't expect anything because their mind is already closed. Why? Because they don't see it on the physical form yet. They don't understand the gestation period, which brings me to my next point at the bottom of 97. It says, all we know, that's simply, all we know for sure is a certain period of time must elapse. In a period of time which your image must take to materialize is governed by the law of gender. The law of gender is a natural law of the universe. It has to happen. It has to be an incubation period. And so from there, it's like it has to manifest, through the physical body. But most people close their mind off because it brings me to my next point on page 104. 104 it says, many people today live their lives entirely, and many people today live their entire lives on the basis of seeing is believing. This is to say the only images they get emotionally involved with are the ones that they can discern with their physical senses. So the only images they get involved with is what they can see with the naked eye. But of course, seeing with your eye is not necessarily believing. You have to see much past that. And so when they don't pay attention to the law of gender, when they don't understand that it's an incubation period for everything that must happen, people will never get involved with the goal that they want. They will never get involved with what they truly must see. So closed minds really put people in a bad place. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the quote is, the most expensive thing you can have is a closed mind. So what I get from this today was just open your mind, realize that if you set a goal, you won't get it today, you won't get it tomorrow. And once again, there's a season for sowing, there's a season for reaping, and pay attention to it.
Same season.
That was hot.
That was hot, man.
Don't scream like that no more.
I was sorry, man. We live.
Screaming.
It's about to die.
Let me piggyback on what Trill said.
Piggyback off of what Trevor said.
I think it was amazing with that second point. And he said, or even that last one, we said people always physically see and they let that dictate their goals, like things around them. And it says at the bottom of 94, since the vast majority of people wish positive, like they really want good to happen. I don't know too many people that say, man, I don't desire anything in life. Well, I do, but you don't know a vast majority of people that say, I really want something, and they don't truly want it to happen. There's a lot of people that are in terrible situations right now. But the expecting part, they have an expecting attitude that is negative. And that's what Patrell was saying, that makes so much sense. Because they truly don't expect that the good is going to happen. They don't believe that their day is coming one day.
Yep.
So, Trell, I have to take that from you, bro. That was hot.
I'm going to direct you now. I want to start at the bottom of page 98. this section stood out to me today, and I'm actually going to work backwards. So it says, "For all things are possible in spirit, because in its original state, spirit is sensitive, unseen, creative substance, whose sole purpose is expansion and fuller expression. In other words, growth." Cody, one of your favorite lines that we always use is, well, not your line that you repeat, is the law of our perpetual being is growth, increase, improvement, progress. If we run, we want to run faster. If we jump, we want to jump higher. If we're strong, we want to be stronger. We always want to do better, no matter how much money we make, no matter how big our house is. We tend to always want more. Well, if you take a step backwards at the second paragraph in 98, it says, "It is not necessary at this point for anyone else to see this new wealth. It is not even necessary for anyone else to believe you will receive it. The only things necessary is that you see it and you believe it." So how I want to bring both of these two areas together is first understanding that, one, we all want better, we all want more, and we all want to see progress in our lives. Before I say and by law, once we outgrow one position in our life, we must move on to the second. That's by law. That's in our careers, that's in our finances, that's in our relationships, that's in sports. It does not matter the case. Once you outgrow one position, you must move on to the next position, which is growth, which is our perpetual being. But so many of us spend time wasted thinking that others have to see it for us, or believe it for us, or understand the vision for us. But I forgot who said it. It might have been T.D. Jakes or Les Brown. It's not that others can't see it for you. It's that they can't see it for themselves. So, to me, the part that I love most about this, and what I wanted to take away from all of this is, sometimes you have to, in order for you to grow, you have to outgrow relationships. You have to outgrow careers. You have to outgrow habits. You have to move away from things that you're comfortable with, that define you, or that used to define you, in order to let spirit truly express and manifest itself in our perpetual being. So that's how I wanted to tie all of this together.
I wanted to say outgrow habits.
Hold on. Say I'm on that.
I want to piggyback on what you said, because if you pay attention to it, you said it's always another level that you can get to. Right? So it's always a different frequency that you can get on. But usually when people hit a certain level, the terror barrier stops them there. And so that's when the old habit pattern, continues to stay. It's at a plateau. So people don't like being uncomfortable. So as soon as they find some sort of success, as soon as they get some pleasure, they think that same pleasure, will be with them, forever. But if you're always looking for growth and you're only constantly seeing pleasure, then there's confusion, right? And so until you get through that, you're never going to really get rid of the old habit or want to start a new pattern in order to be uncomfortable.
Yes. Let me see that one more time, man. So I think it's only appropriate. That is too close. I think it's only appropriate to anyone who's watching this to say that it's not that you're changing, you're growing. And growth is scary because you've never experienced it before. It's hard to prepare for something that you've never done. So if that causes you to spend less time with someone you spent a lot of time with, to not be attracted or drawn to a career choice that maybe you were 20, 25 years ago, that's natural. That's who you are as spirit. That doesn't make you wrong. That doesn't make you inconsiderate or unloyal. That makes you spirit. So I think that's important for everybody to know.
Go ahead, Ant.
We got you, Ant.
But I gotta follow that, bro.
Come on, man. I'm gonna just not go today, okay? See y'all tomorrow. Alright, I want to go to page 98, and on the second paragraph, but at the bottom of that. And so, we always talk about expecting what you want, expecting what you really desire, but some people really don't expect it. You may be thinking it in your conscious mind, but it's not hidden subconscious. And since it's not hidden subconscious, you're not really expecting it. So what he says is, but remember, as you think, so are you.
does not mean as you tell people you think or as you would wish the world to believe you think. It means your innermost thoughts, which only you control, know the truth. And those innermost thoughts, that is what you expect. So that is what you attract, and that is what you will ultimately receive. You know what I'm saying? So it's the deepest
yelling.
thoughts, bro. And then I want to go, to my favorite, As a Man Thinketh, on page 101. He said, expect with all of your consciousness to receive your good in your material world. Okay? Then he says, you think in secret, your innermost thoughts. You think in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but our looking glass. That is what you're attracting to your lives. That's the secret. What are you really deep down thinking? What do you think of yourself? What do you think of your friends? Whatever you're thinking of others, whatever you're thinking of yourself, and whatever you're thinking of your results is what you'll ultimately attract in your inner being. So,
I gotta piggyback when he said that was so amazing. Was when you truly expect something. It's not just your unconscious mind, just not intellectual what you think. But what's in your innermost thoughts, your subconscious mind. Because your subconscious mind control your habits, control the way you walk, control the way you talk, control your relationship, control your financial situation, controls everything. Bro, that was amazing.
Yes.
That was amazing, bro.
And I feel like it's only appropriate to note, and it says the early Greeks referred to the subconscious mind, and you all continue to hear us say that, your subconscious mind. The early Greeks referred to the subconscious mind as the heart. In the Bible, as a man thinketh in his heart, so shall he be.
Ooh, that is in the
Yeah.
Bible. Cut!